Good morning, guys. Today I'm going to show you an example on how to do a 5-inch sine bar example to find the height of which you need to set an angle. Now here's a trick example you need so you can understand how to do gauge block work and sine gauging work. By convention, this is origin. And to create an angle A is the area subtended in here. This distance between this line and this line is called the hypotenuse. This is a 90-degree angle right here by convention. In sine gauge work, the two sides that you need are your side opposite, which is between these two lines, and the hypotenuse. Side adjacent between these two lines is never used. Now, before we begin our example of a sine bar in use, I just want to explain that you can find sine values for any angle you need through a standard calculator. Get yourself a TI-30 calculator, Casio, whatever calculator you need. And if you have a mathematics book, you can also find sine values in there. You can find sine values on your smartphone, for heaven's sakes, but you can find them. But make sure your sine value jibes between two different sources, so you know what you're doing in case you haven't done trigonometry in years. You want to make sure you're not working in radian measure or gradian measure and find out that your answer is totally wrong. So make sure you have at least one value in your head for a sine value for a set angle, and make sure it jibes, and then go to work. Now, we have our example of a 15.2 degree angle of a sine bar, and you want to find this value here between this roll and the plate. This is basically a standard granite plate that you put this on. The sine for a 15.2 degree angle is 0.262189. Now, to figure it, it's simply a matter of diagonally cross-multiplying the terms. You cross-multiply the 262,189 with 5 and the 1 with x, and you come up with 1x equals 5, which is the hypotenuse of your sine bar, the distance in between these two rolls by center distance, and the 0.262189. So your height value x will be 1 inch, 0.310945. You can just basically, cut the 45 off in your head and just use 1 inch, 0.3109. Now in the next portion, I will tell you how to figure out your gauge block build. Okay, guys, here's the example that you need to make up your gauge block build for your 15.2 degree angle. Now, gauge blocks can be bought in a set of 81 pieces from anywhere from MSC Industrial, McMaster Carr, Granger, Travers, Pen Tool Company, whoever. And what you want to do first is you take your total figure, your 1.3109 for your height, and you get the gauge block that's marked 0.1009. You subtract that out of your figure and you come up with a difference of 1.210. You then take the 0.210 block and you ring that into your gauge block set, your build. And then, of course, subtracting that out, you'll get 1 inch. You then take the 1 inch block, you ring that into your build. And so that completes your gauge block build for your side opposite. I'm going to have to do an entirely different video to demonstrate how that's done on ringing in gauge blocks because it's literally a technique. Now, to ring gauge blocks, it's a very simple process. You simply take your right hand and with your thumb and your forefinger in your right hand, you bring 2 gauge blocks together with 1/3 the distance mating at the mating edge. And with your left hand, you bring them together with pressure with your right hand, thumb and forefinger here and here, and you then bring them together to where this is the front side and here is a side view of the situation. This wrings out the air in between this gap and makes them stick like glue. It's a very simple process. This completes the entire segment on how to set up a sine gauge and figure the gauge blocks and everything. I hope this works for you guys. Take care. Stay safe out there. This is your Machine Shop Math Guy signing off.